listen, pay attention, and be quiet. And just enjoy the silence of this place. I'm doing a simple one-night camping trip to a mountain lake. I've been in this area before, I've camped around here, but I've never been to this lake. It's quite a large mountain lake. It looks super cool on the map, so I'm excited to see what it looks like in real life. I'm making pretty good progress up the mountain. Right now I'm working my way towards a saddle between two mountain peaks, and then from the saddle I'm going to drop down into a valley, and that's where I'm going to hike towards that lake that I'm looking for. It's a pretty cold and blustery day today. It's still summer, but it feels like fall. This is a pretty accessible hike. The trailhead is right off the highway, so I'm kind of glad for this cooler weather because it's keeping people away. That beautiful waterfall behind me is formed by a glacier melting higher up in the mountain. It's a little hard to see it right now because of the low cloud, but it's quite a large glacier that probably covered this entire valley a couple hundred years ago, and it's slowly retreating up the mountain. There's a marmot over there that's quite upset to see me. My plan was to follow the creek to the lake, but the creek, the creek drops down and flows through a swampy forest. So I'm gonna see if I can get to the lake from a higher point. So I'm hiking up a hill right now to get a better view and see if I can approach the lake from a higher point, so I don't have to walk through that swampy forest. Okay, Mr. Marmot, I hear you. After much searching, fighting through some thick forest, I found the lake finally. And the lakeshore is actually not a great spot to camp. It's pretty marshy, so it's wet. Not a great place to pitch a tent, obviously. So I'll be camping a little ways back from the lake. But yeah, you can see the lake right behind me there. But there's this beautiful creek running into the lake, so I'll be camping back from the lake a little bit beside this lovely little creek. I wasn't really sure what to expect with this hike. When I was looking at the map, I pictured being able to go past the lake, deeper into the mountains, and reach another lake about 1 kilometer to the east of here. But this lake is a bit of a dead end. It's pretty marshy on one side, and on the other side it's really high cliffs. So there's really no simple way to get around the lake. I never seem to learn. I go in with such high hopes and such optimism, and it ends up always taking me a lot longer than I thought, and it's always more difficult than I expected. So I never seem to learn, but I never get sick of the exploration. All right, my tent is set up. I got my beer chilling in the creek, so I'm gonna have a bit of a wander and see what I can see around here. It started raining, so I'm hiding under this rocky overhang It has some trees growing out of it. It's quite a good rain shelter. Since the conditions on this hike are not so great, it's low cloud, so I couldn't really see the mountains. I've decided that this camping trip is going to be about just paying attention and listening. For instance, right now, the sound of the wind in the trees is just beautiful. So I think I'm just going to move slowly, listen, pay attention, and be quiet, and just enjoy the silence of this place. When I'm back home in the city, I basically never experience true silence. I live in a busy city, Vancouver, and there's just noise everywhere constantly. Silence is a precious gift that you can give yourself if you put the effort into going somewhere that's really quiet. The effort that it takes to get to these places is really intense. My body really takes a beating from these hikes. I just got back from a long hike a few days ago, and I'm out on another hike, and I can really feel it. You know, I'm not young anymore, so my body is really taking a beating on these mountain hikes. But my mind takes a beating back in the city, just from the noise and the constant interaction with other people. As an introvert, I find it to be a constant struggle between trying to be friendly with other people and respecting my own need to be left alone and to be able to focus on what I'm doing and to be able to engage with my own thoughts. It's a difficult balance to find because I don't want to be unfriendly. I don't want to appear unfriendly to other people. But at the same time, interacting with other people exhausts me and I don't enjoy it very much. Good morning. It's pretty cold and gray here this morning. There's a lot of low cloud blowing through. But it's very peaceful to be here beside the lake. This place is very quiet and I slept very deeply last night. So this has been a really good place to camp. Very relaxing, very peaceful, very calm. Not the most scenic hike I've ever done because of all the low cloud, but I've still really enjoyed my time here. So I'm just going to finish my breakfast, pack up and get going. This has been a good trip. Thanks for watching.